Spider, 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 please dismiss these writers. Spider! What's good with y'all, man? I got a little review for y'all, man. As you know, the GOAT, the greatest ever. Thugga, thugga, baby. He just dropped his album, Business is Business, so I got a little review for y'all. But listen, man, without further ado, let's just get to the review. Now listen, bro, as you know, I'm a big Young Thug fan. I say this, I'm definitely the biggest Young Thug fan in my state. I know there's bigger across the country because I'm actually in the Discord server with a lot of Young Thug fans, and they just be outdoing me, constantly knowing fun facts. They know where Young Thug was born, the hospital he was born in. They know all types of stuff. They know his cousins and shit. I'm not on that level, but I will say I'm the biggest Young Thug fan in my state. So naturally, this album means a lot to me. And I'm gonna be honest, at first, off my first listen, I really wasn't rocking with this. I thought this album was mid at first. I ain't gonna cap. But I kid you not, I probably have heard the album 7 times already, and I'm really loving the album now. Now, you can just sort of tell that this album is full of, I don't want to say throwaways, because throwaways sort of has like a negative connotation. But like, if Thug was out, if he was free, if he could choose the songs that he wanted or make new songs, we're not hearing any of these songs. You know what I'm saying? This album is sort of like a Here Nigga Damn album. It's sort of like the way Joel Embiid won MVP. Like, Embiid kept on coming up second and third for years and not winning MVP. He was always this close though. And then this past year, the league was like, Here Nigga Damn, I'm tired of you getting second. We feel bad for you. Here's your MVP. That's the way this album sort of is. Obviously, we haven't had Young Thug music in a while because he is behind bars. And right before he got locked up, he blue-balled us with the Bloody album. But he never got to drop it because he would get locked up weeks later. I also feel like Gunna getting out and dropping an album literally last week has something to do with it too. So the people at the label were like, you know what? Let's give the Young Thug fans something. They haven't had something in a while. Gunna dropping too. Here, nigga, damn, here's an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, this album just really gives off a posthumous album vibes. Like, it's honestly, to me, maybe I'm tripping, but it's sort of put together really. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's just the way I feel about it. And I'm not saying this album is bad because I know the way I'm talking, I'm making it seem like it is a bad album. It's not. I enjoy this album. One of the things that genuinely made me happy when I saw the track list was that this album is only 15 songs long, 46 minutes. And Gunna's album last week was 15 songs too, under an hour. And Dirk recently did say he's going back to 13 song albums. So I hope trap music just goes back to shorter albums. Not just trap music, music in general. Hopefully this is a trend that is coming back. Now you look at the features. The features are honestly stacked. Only complaint, man, I wish we would have got a Gunna feature. I bet you a Gunna feature would have been better than all the features on here. I bet you. I feel like 21 Savage definitely had the best features on this album, but the one he had on Want Me Dead was definitely the best feature on this album in my opinion. Drake also had 2 features as well. The one he had on the intro was pretty solid. I like how he talked about it from Thug's point of view and he was speaking as if he was Thug. But I feel like his Oh You Went feature, which is the second feature that he had, is beyond clear of the Parade on Cleveland feature that he had. Travis Scott had 2 features as well. I definitely like his Abracadabra feature more than the with the Rax feature. I don't know, he sort of lost me when he started doing the geeking or whatever, something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
That mean I'm rolling, I can feel my hands on my feet.
I was really surprised by the B Slime and Lil Gotti feature. I really thought one of them was going to ruin the song. Specifically B Slime. I really thought B Slime was going to ruin that hoe, but he didn't, man. He did pretty solid. Also, you like, yeah, Gotti's feature, bro. They did him extremely dirty though, just giving him like a 10-second feature. But hey, free at Gotti, man. And you know the Future and Thug song was fire because Future and Thug never miss, bro. They like MJ and Scottie Pippen, Katie and Curry, bro. Think of the greatest NBA duo of all time. That's Thug and Future. Super Slimy is still extremely underrated and is the greatest collab tape of all time, but that is a topic for another day. As for the Uzi feature, I feel like his feature was pretty solid. At first I wasn't rocking with it, but it grew on me. And as for the Nate Roos feature on Global Access, I hope I said his name correctly. I feel like his feature wasn't bad, but I just feel like it was unnecessary because they gave him like 20 seconds on the intro, you know what I'm saying? And then a B switch, so it really wasn't necessary, but it wasn't bad. Now, obviously, the production on here was great. Metro Boomin had his hand in it. He was the executive producer of this project. In this project, we really don't get a lot of melodic Thug, which is the complete opposite of his last album, Punk. In this project, we mostly get to see rapping Thug. And I feel like this is probably one of the most we've seen of rapping Thug. Songs like Cars Bring Me Out, where he's just using his regular voice, is honestly rare to see from Young Thug. In my opinion, I feel like the features were good as I stated, but I feel like the best songs, the top tier songs on this album were the solo songs. Out of my top 5 on this album, 4 of the songs are solo songs. And since we're on the topic, here's my top 5. At 1, we have Jonesboro. At 2, we have Went Through It. At 3, we have Mad Dog. At 4, we have Gucci Grocery Bag. And at 5, we have Global Access. And low-key, you could really count Global Access as a solo song because Nate Roos is only on it for 20 seconds. And he's on it at the intro. Then after his part, it's a beat switch, which is like a completely different another song. I definitely feel like Jonesboro is an all-time great Young Thug song. And it's definitely one of the best Young Thug songs I've heard in a minute. In the song Mad Dog, Thug completely steals Gunna's flow from the song Top Off. You know the song, I took the top off, I'm dipping like hot sauce. Remember that? Just go back to that song, then listen to Mad Dog, you're going to be like, whoa! You know what I'm saying? They sound the same. On the song Went Through It, that song really reminded me of So Much Fun era Thug. That's just a very bubbly beat, very happy beat, great vibes, you know what I'm saying? Reminded me of a song like Light It Up, Surf. And Thug just shows how unique his flow is because no rapper in the game is flowing like how he flowed on that song. That song is just a really, really great song. Top 3 song on the album. In conclusion, I think this album is very good. I'm definitely going to come back to it a lot, of course. And I think as time goes on, it has the potential to grow on me. It's already one of the top albums out of 2023, in my opinion. Compared to Thug's most recent drop, I definitely think Punk is better than Business is Business. Melodic Thug is my favorite version of Thug, and we get a lot of that on Punk. If I had to rate Business is Business on a scale from 1 to 10, I would go as low as a 7.5 to as high as an 8.5. Now the last and final thing I am going to talk about. Who had the better album? Gunna or Thug? Now personally, I think both albums are about in the same range, as low as a 7.5 and as high as an 8.5. But in a couple of days, I will be dropping a video on the Gunna album and the Thug album, and I would be doing a track versus track. So it will be like track 1 versus track 1, and then by the end, I will decide who had the better album. But as of now, I'm going to have to say that these albums are about the same. But listen, man, that's it for the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. All that good stuff, man. Appreciate y'all, man. If you stay to the end, man, YoungSpida. Well, y'all.